welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse for Game 2 of this weekend series. It's the RPI Engineers and the Canisius Golden Griffins here on RPI TV and ESPN. My name is Perry Lascaris, alongside Dan Fridgen here on your home for RPI hockey and ECAC hockey. And Dan, a 6-2 win for RPI yesterday, a convincing win after a big second period. RPI scored 4 goals. We're kind of in control there. Canisius made it a little hairy in the third, but RPI was able to put it away. Yeah, and I think that they're going to try to, carry it over into tonight's game, put together 60 minutes of consistent hockey, and not much changing in the forward lines. However, they did add a defenseman, Louis Helson. Louis Helson making his collegiate debut. He played in the exhibition game, as everyone did. He's a junior from Dallas, Texas. He came to RPI and injured before even his first freshman season. So this is his first collegiate action. He's the 7th D-man tonight for RPI. Number of changes for Canisius. What stands out for you as far as that goes, Dan? Well, nothing really. I mean, you got a defenseman in for Joey Matthews, Derek Hamlin. Yeah. Forward in for Grande. Cooper Haar. And Glenn Gettles. He's in for Cooper Haar. Langefels is in. Yeah, we have underway here as RPI will tip it deep wide of goal. And it'll be covered up by Jacob Marcheski, who's back in there. He was chased from the game yesterday. He gave up, I think he gave up 3. Yeah, he got chased after the third goal. And then Hawthorne went on to give up a couple more. There's an empty netter involved there, too. Exactly. But at the other end of the ice, it's Jack Watson for RPI. The freshman makes his first collegiate appearance in a starting role here today. We'll see what he has to offer. He's a big kid, Dan, and we'll see. I'm sure you want to get tested early, as any goalie does, but especially in your first collegiate game. Yeah, he's got real good size, 6'3", 195. And when I say tested, I mean a nice soft wrister from the point. Yeah. Nothing too scary. Now we got a puck off the post. It's going to be cleared but not out. Penalty coming up. And Watson didn't realize it right away, so he's late to get to the bench. And we get an early whistle here. I think it's going to be a slash. Slashing is the call. Boy, that puck was laying right in the blue paint in behind Barcheski. RPI forwards just couldn't get to it to knock it in behind the goal line. Ended up being cleared by one of the defensemen of Canisius. So a power play for RPI here. First of the game for the Engineers. They are 1 out of 9 on the year, is 11.1%.
Canisius penalty to number 91, Alton McDermott. He receives 2 minutes for time of that penalty, 43 seconds.
This is going to be poked to center.
91,
and gathered up by Walsh. And now Shelburne. Shelburne nearly lost the handle on it, but does get it ahead. It'll be chased down by Tour Linden. He had a goal yesterday. A lot of Engineers did, 6 of them in fact. An RPI 6-2 win. Here's Shelburne. Off for Massey, and he scores! Ryan Massey, a quick power play tally, and right away it's 1-0 RPI. That's certainly how RPI started, but not how Canisius wanted to start the game. That was just a clean shot, it looked like.
Well, you know what? He's got a great shot. Excellent release. He takes it here in the half wall, gets about the top of the circle and just fires it. Looks like low glove on Barcheski. And just a great shot. Quick shot, no rebound, straight in the net. That's definitely the way the RPI wants to start. Quick power play goal. Continue where they left off yesterday.
Puck in the corner. And Canisius will move it to center. And they're offside. Just over the line. That was Mitchell Martin bringing it in. But the draw will come outside the RPI zone. So for Massey, his second on the season. And the whole play looked rather nonchalant all the way around. Shot to Barcheski. I think there was a bit of a screen. Linden was in front of him.
Well, I think
he gets an assist on the play. Yeah.
His thought process there is just to take the shot, and if there's a rebound, he's got two players supporting him. Linden in front of the net.
This is flipped over the top of the cage by Graval. It'll wrap around to the half wall and shot right back down low. Flip back towards the point where it's kept in. Off-handed Jackson Decker there. It does keep it alive. And now it'll be Dubinsky lobbing it through center. Swatted at by Decker. Sent back along and tipped deep. Lowry Surdy picked up his first collegiate goal. Takes a hit here yesterday. He's a sophomore from Espoo, Finland. Shot from almost the same spot that Massey scored from Laka, and it's held onto by Barczewski. You don't want to give up too many goals from that area of the ice.
No, they don't want to. They're just getting some shots on them early. Make them stop it.
Face off. Offensive zone draw. The Engineers have been very good in the circle so far this year. They win another one cleanly. Shot by Klee right on, and that's held onto by Barczewski as well. So Mason Klee, a couple of penalties yesterday in that third period when RPI really was trying to put the game away. Kind of allowed Canisius to get back into the game, but he's on the top D pairing for a reason. He and Simon Schellberg are, two of RPI's best. They're pretty balanced blue line wise.
Yeah, they are. They've got some real good defensemen. Some are offensive minded, and some are play a real good defensive game with good size.
Yeah, interference on the face-off, so RPI is going onto the kill here.
Yeah, I noticed Jacob Lee is taking the draw when it's on the right side over there, being a right shot.
Interference is the call. So it's the centerman, and you see that happen more often these days. John Beaton takes the interference call. Canisius had one power play goal in 5 chances yesterday. And they win the draw here. So Watson hasn't seen a shot on goal yet. Now he's already in net for a penalty kill. Graval across, up top, fake a shot there, Decker. Graval back to Decker. Shot blocked by Tour Linden and cleared out of the zone. That was Lee on the kill. Jacob Lee playing in his second straight game after not playing last weekend. Had an empty net goal for the first of his collegiate career. He had no points in 13 games with Merrimack before joining the Engineers. And he picks up a goal in his first RPI outing. Decker, Graval catches it on the skate, works it down low. Poke, broken stick or just lost his stick. Johnson has to go pick it up. Canisius trying to take advantage, although Johnson got his stick back rather quickly. They'll go behind the net with it to Kuznetsov. Picked up by Pogue. Captain will carry it to the wall, back to the blue line. Fed to Graval, shot blocked again, this time by Johnson. He's good at that. It'll go up into the netting and out of play. A lot of block shots for the defenseman, Jake Johnson. Came to the weekend at +2.
Yeah, they do a good job coming out in the shooting lane. Canisius isn't moving the puck laterally, so they're just shooting right into him, hoping for the best.
Face off here. Won by the Engineers. Baxter flips it around, and it's shot all the way down by Autovile Lepinen. I guess he had a good game yesterday. A lot of guys had a good game yesterday for RPI. Autovile with a shorthanded goal, his first goal of the season. That was the 4th goal of that second period for RPI. Kind of the icing on the cake as far as the frame was concerned. It gave RPI a 4-0 lead after 2 periods. Both teams scored 2 goals in the third yesterday. 18 seconds to go on the power play. Skated in here by Martin, and a whistle here. And they're going to get both of them, I think. Referees brought their whistles today.
They certainly did.
Holding, I think holding on both. So, holding on both Dubinsky and Miller Ragney. Okay. So those are going to cancel. So we'll play, I think, still 5-on-4. RPI needs another player out there. It's going to be Jacob Lee. Holding on Melaragny, holding on Dubinsky. They have 4 on the board, but it's not 4.
If it's coincidental, it'll be a 4-on-3 as opposed to a 5-on-4. Depends on what the referee, that's what they're discussing right now, whether or not it's a 4-on-3 or a 5-on-4.
Right.
If it's coincidental,
yes,
then it would be a 5-on-4. But
right.
if it was one penalty, then another penalty given, then it would be a 4-on-3.
We're staying 5-on-4, it looks like.
Yep.
Now they're talking about it more. Tom Steinel and Anthony DiPuzzo, they've had a lot to say here. Huh.
Matching penalties at 4
So there they
minutes
are,
and 20
matching.
seconds.
Okay.
To Canisius, number 5, David Melaragny. He receives 2 minutes for holding.
Now they're both off the board.
RPI's number 4 makes the plea.
They still, oh boy.
Yeah, with it. Invisible light brights. Just waiting for the penalties to be put back up on the board. You have John Beaton in there serving a penalty, and of course the 2 matching penalties that we just called. So right now, they just put up on the board, John Beaton has 14 seconds left on his penalty.
Face-off win here, so another power play for another 9 seconds here for Canisius. They finally sort all that out. Behind the goal, Kuznetsov, penalties over.
RPI returns to full strength.
Centering pass intercepted. Tour Linden can't get it out of the zone. Pogue with Hernandez. Randy Hernandez. Looking for the wrap try. Forced wide by Johnson. Kuznetsov, a shot saved by Watson, and he juggles the rebound but holds on.
That caught him up high. He just stood his ground, let the puck come off his shoulder and come back down. Canisius is doing the same thing they did last night early. They throw the puck in front of the net. They don't have any support there, and it's just intercepted and turned over to RPI defenseman who just almost skated it out of the zone.
Second period. Oh, on the bench, second period. Not really. You can't go all the way down. Oh, just to the glass. Tie up along the half wall. Shane Seller to the line. Thomas will feed it along here from Miato, dumps it in. Glove down there by Anthony Baxter, the former UMass Lowell Riverhawk, and he'll shoot it out to center. 5.5 minutes gone here. Both teams have already had a power play. That's stolen away by Seller in the zone. He'll shoot it in. Corey Thomas. Now it's gathered up here by Ryan Miato. Junior from Thorold, Ontario, up ahead of the play. And that was Alton McDermott. Couldn't quite get there, freshman from Oakville, Ontario. And icing is the call.
Yeah, he was trying to get in behind the RPI defenseman, who was tight to the boards, making a cut. Just couldn't get him the puck. A little too much on it. Icing is called.
Face-off coming up. John Beaton back out there. Serving that penalty. Tried to win it straight ahead. Loose towards the point. Surdy has it. Laurie Surdy. Beaton. A couple assists yesterday for John Beaton. One-timer and a save. That was, I think it was Lee from close range, and a save was made there by Barczewski. Schellberg, a shot deflected over the top by Beaton. Back to the point. Surdy. Wrap it around. Pinching in is Schellberg awkwardly. Stumbling into his man. Now Thomas for the Golden Griffins.
RPI establishing that puck possession game off the forecheck here.
Earn. Lifted in the air by McDermott. That'll get the job done as Canisius will change here. Massey, the goal scorer, sweeps it into the zone. Stopped there by Barczewski. Handed off for Langenfels. And Langenfels does get it deep. Master Donato up top. Langenfels didn't play yesterday. Throws one towards goal. Pad save made by Watson, although I don't think he saw it. It made its way through traffic. Back to the point. Decker, slap shot blocked there by Massey, who forces it out of the zone. Lapide. Langenfels. Tipped in deep as Langenfels will chase. His teammates will change behind him. Oh, Helson gets a welcome to the college hockey hit. Now back comes the Engineers. And it was Tuur Linden trying to connect with TJ Walsh as they did yesterday, but that pass was intercepted. Now a quick shot and a big save off the pillows. Pops out to center. Might have been the blocker, actually, of Watson. Flipped in by Shane Seller. Turned back around out to center ice. Pogue. He's wrapped up there. Sent backwards. And quick snap pass ahead for Seller. Shane Seller into the zone. Feeding it in front. Tipped over the top by Adamo. Back past Hallbauer. Race for the puck. He'll just beat Ambrosio to it. Now he's got him tied up there. Earn. Rister looking for the deflection. Didn't get it. As it was Witkowski in front of him. That'll hop out of play. We get a stoppage here. 11:29 to go first period. 1-0 Engineers on top.
Good opportunity by RPI, just trying to feather that pass through and get the one touch with Adamo going to the net, driving the middle lane. Just tipped it over the net.
Baxter. Leppinen cross ice for Surdy. Takes a hit, gets it deep for Dubinsky. Taken over by Hamlin, or Earn rather. Leppinen steals it away. Otto Ville takes a look in front. Jam try. Bowman, another try. Still loose and no whistle as the puck popped away, and that'll leave the zone. Couple of chances there for RPI. Bowman on the doorstep, can't buy a goal right now. How many chances he had last 2 weeks here, Dan?
He's had quite a few. He's a little snake bitten here. Great play by Otto to get that puck to him.
Now Dubinsky behind the goal. Slapped around by Baxter. Leppinen lifting it up the wall, bouncing puck. Bowman waits for it. Trying to knock it out of the air, won't sit for him. Sent back towards the Canisius bench in the middle of a partial change. And spinning away from the hit of Leppinen was Lapide. Now they carry in Melaragny. And now Klee. Down the middle, good connection to Beaton. 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Turns into a 3-on-3. Lee, a shot, that's blocked. Second try wide. Still Jacob Lee. Played to the point. Mason Klee, a wrister wide. Sent back in the middle, and a save by Barczewski on Lee.
Lee was just robbed.
It was a backdoor situation. Didn't have a clean look at it, but I'm pretty sure that Barczewski got across there. Now Lee again, a shot and a save. Engineers are piling him up right now. Deflected on goal, and Barczewski has seen enough, and he's going to cover up here.
I think he did get across, and that was a wide open net for Lee. And like I say, he got robbed on that one.
We're halfway through the period, 9:36 to go in the first, 1-0 RPI.
Hi, my name is David Smith. I'm the head coach of the men's hockey team. Thank you for doing your part to keep our campus community safe. Now let's get loud and enjoy the game.
Hey fans, if you can't make it to a home game, you can still watch it live on RPI TV. All RPI men's and women's home hockey games are webcast on RPI TV's YouTube channel and ESPN Plus. Visit RPIathletics.com for more information.
.36 to go in the first period. Shots 11-3 RPI early. A lot of shots, even more than yesterday. Draw here, won by the Golden Griffins. It's out to center. Baxter shoots it right back in. Ryan Massey. And now TJ Walsh. This group was dynamic in yesterday's game. Massey already goal tonight.
Yeah, I think that's why Coach Smith left the lines together for tonight. They had a lot of real good chemistry last night.
Louis Helson with a shot that was blocked, another one wide. Walsh takes a shove towards the point, but not out of the zone. Now Linden's tied up, comes free to Baxter. Baxter walking in, looking for a shooting lane, poked away by Pogue. And of course RPI to reset, but they're in the corner. Tour Linden. Across, one-timer, and that one hit a body in front. Ow, that stings.
Take one for the team there.
That was Lambert. He scored a goal yesterday, but that seemed to shake it off rather quickly here. That's why you wear all those pads. Sent back to the near wing, and it's chopped out of the zone bandy style. Johnson will corral at center ice. Johnson in, handoff Adamo. Fires it through off the glove of Barczewski. Right back down low. Center ice now, Hallbauer. He loves the stick handle. For a defenseman, he's pretty good at it. Maybe overall, he's just good at it.
He certainly did a little dangle there in the neutral zone.
Well, Adamo lost his stick, and now Herman going up high to grab that. You don't see hockey players with great leaping ability. That was a pretty good jump. Now Klee. Seller trying to feed it across. It'll go up into the stands. And for Canisius, a much needed whistle here as they have been pinned in for much of this first period.
RPI is doing a good job moving their feet, and you know, along the wall, they're really owning them. Owning Canisius, that is. Canisius not doing a very good job along the wall.
That's at least 8 inches of vertical there, Coach.
That was real good.
That was some height. And here comes Hernandez, breakaway. Walking in, Hernandez scores! Randy Hernandez just snuck it by the glove hand of Watson, and we're tied at 1.
Wow, that was right off the face-off. He came out of that zone like he was shot out of there.
I had a feeling he might score tonight. We talked about him being a point-per-game player. He didn't have any points yesterday, so he was maybe due, as they say. Oh, he almost had that. Watson almost had it.
Yeah, I think it got into Watson's glove and just had too much too much velocity on it.
So 1-1 the score for Hernandez. That is his first goal of the season, first as a member of the Golden Griffins. Former Colonial Robert Morris.
Yeah, he was all conference last year for Atlantic Hockey.
Preseason all Atlantic Hockey. Or no, you're right, last year, right.
Yes.
That's right. Back comes RPI. Here's Beaton from the point. That was blocked by McDermott. There's a shot off the iron by Lee. And we got a whistle here and a hand pass.
He in '83, Austin Alger was also a first conference.
Alger, right.
Atlantic Hockey.
Haven't seen a lot from Austin Alger. He's a grad student from Livonia, Michigan.
He's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I mean,
this series.
Canisius scored a lot of goals against Penn State. And RPI's, they pretty good defensively last weekend against Bowling Green, and they've stayed that way. Although Coach Smith did mention that he didn't like how many chances that RPI gave up in that first period. Lyndon Marshall was good in the first yesterday, keeping them off the board in the opening frame.
Definitely. Would have been a different game had Canisius came out and executed on those early chances.
There's a shot from the point by Johnson, trying to get a second try at it. There was Tour Linden. It'll be lifted out to center ice. Johnson chipped off the boards now. Fed in deep by Linden. RPI has to touch up. Miato. And now Hallbauer back to get it for the Engineers. They'll leave it in the corner for Klee. Seller off for Herman. Up ahead, out of the reach of Adamo, but he'll get there. Wrap it around for Rory Herman. Junior from Poway, California. Try to feed it back to the point. Klee was pinching in there. And it's turned around by Lapide. Tapped in deep. Kuznetsov. Wrapped up by Louis Helson. Ambrosio in the corner, trying to throw it in front. He had Pogue, and he swung and missed. 2-on-2 come the Engineers. Seller with Herman. Rory Herman spins away from a check and another, and then he goes down.
I think Watson got a stick on that pass from the corner.
Max Kuznetsov, sophomore from Voorhees, New Jersey, gets the puck deep with Pogue on the forecheck. Otto Ville Lepinen, another Espoo Finland native. There are 3 Finns on the Engineers. We haven't seen the third yet. The centering pass is moved behind the goal. Now Sturdy has to be careful there. That was almost interference, but close enough to the puck, I guess. Now Lepinen in front. What a feed. Bowman on his backhand. Lepinen scores!
Wow. that puck just seems to find him when he's out on that ice.
Otto Ville Lepinen started the play from behind the goal, and it bounced back onto his tape, and he lifted it in for the tally.
I mean, that was the second time he had tried to get that out front. He gets it out front here. Backhand goes right to him. Doesn't even make it to the goaltender. Deflects off. I think that was Bowman that it went off of, and he's right there and for an easy tap in.
So Lepinen gets the goal. He was trying to find Bowman. It bounced to Dubinsky, and then back to Lepinen, and he scored. So his unselfishness pays off here.
It's like he's got that puck on a string.
Yeah.
Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 49 seconds.
And so Bowman, he won't get an elusive first goal, but he does get a point here on the assist.
From 14 Dubinsky and 7 Bowman.
That line, which was also solid last night, picks up a point here. all the way around. 3 points, I guess. Laka. 4 points on the year for Jacob Laka. Throws it behind the legs, or between the legs. Kept in the zone by Hallbauer. Dumps it off the end boards.
Actually, that Lebanon line has been the most consistent out of the last 2 weekends.
Have to agree there. Johnson across. Massey, a shot. That's blocked. As Lambert's blocked a couple of shots already tonight. 3 minutes to go here in the first. 2-1 RPI. Backdoor feed looking for Massey. And they don't connect. Linden now. A wrister. And that's stopped. And don't know where the puck went. Barczewski will gladly take a whistle. It's in his glove somehow. I don't know how it made its way there.
That was a nice play by Jake Johnson, the defenseman, looking for Massey back door. Just didn't click.
17 first period shots for RPI. Master Donato trying to start the breakout here. It hits Kjellberg, and that forces the Golden Griffins offside. Hardly a chance to catch your breath when RPI's in the offensive zone here, at least for me, I guess, Dan. You're waiting patiently, but they are flying right now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, after that goal, they've picked up their pace of play.
Wrapped in, Klee. And now a stretch pass looking for Walsh from Linden. He beats out the icing at least. Lifted along by Barczewski. And it'll go out of play. And we get a stoppage here.
That puck just jumped over his stick at the last second. Otherwise, he was off to the races.
Here comes Baxter. Flipping it across, is intercepted. Well defended by Martin. Long pass here. It's going to slow down for Lapide. He'll tap it behind the goal. And now Seller. Knocked out of the air by Herman. And Seller forces it into the corner all by his lonesome. He's got 3 Golden Griffins around. Good hit there by Adamo. And then Herman got his stick caught in the skates of Martin, but we play on. Surdy leaves it at the point for Adamo. Back to Surdy. On for Baxter. Kicks it to his stick, looking for the deflection. Seller a try, and that one's turned away.
Wow, he almost had that. That was a no-look shot, and Barczewski just got across. Got his pad on it. RPI is doing a good job. They're bringing her forward way up high with the defenseman. And usually that forward is the responsibility of a D-man down low, and he can't chase all the way out. So Canisius has to be figuring things out in the defensive zone from a man-on-man coverage perspective.
Face-off win for RPI Hallbauer. Rister hit the first man, Master Donato. You got to clear that first man. This is going to be icing again. Dan, I was going to say that RPI responded well from giving up that goal, but they haven't really responded so much as kept doing what they've been doing this period. They gave up the goal. It was obviously on the rush the other way because the puck hasn't really been down here.
Yes, but you know, that's the game they like to play. They like to be tough to play against, especially in the offensive zone. And they've been moving their feet. They're winning the one-on-one battles on the wall. They're getting to the puck first for the first touches, which means that they've got the puck and they've had possession of it most of the time.
18 shots speaks to that. As well as it's lifted along to the RPI line. Johnson snaps ahead quickly, trying to catch Canisius in a change. Here's Leppinen, and back to the blue line for Johnson. Hallbauer being pressured there by Ambrosio, and it's swatted all the way down the ice. They wave off icing here as Johnson picks it up.
And when you think about it, Canisius doesn't have any offense going because they've been playing defense in their own end most of the period.
Good pressure here by Bowman on the forecheck.
There's a perfect example.
Now Dubinsky goes down behind the goal, allows Earn to pick it up, and he'll fire it out back to neutral ice. 30 seconds to go in the period. It's been a fast-moving period. Ambrosio Makes a move, a nice one, and a pad save by Watson. Back to the point for Lambert. Feed it across. Decker a shot, deflected on goal, and a save again by Watson. Couple of late chances down low on tip tries here. And jam tries. Now still on it. Decker a shot, deflects off the stick of Johnson and out of play. So Watson hasn't been tested a whole lot. Just the breakaway, right? Your first real chance against you is a clean breakaway by one of the top players in Atlantic hockey.
Yeah.
In Hernandez, and now he's got a couple of close-in shots he has to deal with.
He made a good pad save on that deflection down in his butterfly.
With all the pressure RPI's had, they're only up 1 goal, so if you're Canisius, you have to look at it that way. 2.3 on the clock. RPI overloads the middle of the ice on his face-off, and it's shot into the net after the horn.
Wow.
But not far after the horn. Little
No, that wasn't.
enough to be concerning close to the end of the first period. But anyway, RPI gets a power play goal in the first, and another. They lead Canisius 2-1. Thoughts on that first period?
Well, I think right here it is right off the draw.
Yeah. You think you did the job here, and you just barely did.
Well, he got away on somebody. That's somebody's
Yeah.
guy that's coming off the wall.
Yeah.
And he's a right shot, so he's
That was Graval.
he's got to be picked up by somebody. And I think that's what Coach Smith was talking to one of the RPI forwards about as he's coming to the bench.
18-6 for the shots in that first period. We'll be back with a second in just a bit. You're watching RPI Hockey on RPI TV and ESPN. about to get underway here. RPI and Canisius. Engineers lead 2-1 after 1 period of play. Scoring in the first period at 1 minute 16 seconds. A power play goal by Ryan Maschie with assist to Simon Schelberg and Tour Linden. Then an unassisted breakaway at 12:34 by Randy Hernandez, his first of the year, first as a Golden Griffin. Then you have Otto Ville-Lepinen from Zach Dubinsky and Nick Bowman at 15:49. That's where we stand. Engineers peppered the Canisius net in that opening frame. 18 shots, 16 of them turned away by Jacob Barczewski, the junior from O'Fallon, Missouri. It's a lot of pucks his way, and for RPI it was the freshman Jack Watson from Toronto who made 5 stops on 6 shots.
Yeah, they had 6 grade A's on him in the first, compared to RPI's 16, and that's shots that come from between the hash marks in.
That's quick counting by you. Well, RPI, certainly, it felt like RPI had a lot of good looks at the net. Here's a shot deflected wide.
Well, there were long stretches of time there. They had real good puck possession.
This is going to be sent back the other way. It's going to be icing on RPI. 20 seconds into the second. This was the big period for RPI yesterday, scoring 4 times after nothing doing in the first. But not the case here tonight. Both teams kind of jumped right into things here in that first period. Herman here on the face-off, up against Lapide. Cleanly won back by the Golden Griffins. Miller Ragney will dump it in. Mitchell Martin back towards the point. Decker was kind of fading towards the middle of the ice, and the puck goes all the way back down. He'll go back and pick it up. Jackson Decker from Algonquin, Illinois. Kicked along here nicely by Walsh. TJ Walsh, a goal and 2 assists in yesterday's game. Back to the point, Baxter Rister coming, deflected wide as Maschie was looking for number 2 there on the redirect.
He almost had it too.
Now a shot blocked by Baxter from Mastro Donato. That's out of play.
Good play by Baxter there. He was beat on the outside body-wise, but he got his stick on the puck and up into the netting it went. As a defenseman, Baxter does a lot of little things real well defensively.
He's got almost 120 games of collegiate hockey experience under his belt. Here's Hamlin. More of a dump than a shot. Off the glass behind Watson. Picked up by Laka. Carried on further. Lowry Surdy. Dumped in on the backhand. Surdy waits for it. Graval trying to lift the stick. They pin up there. Moved out there by Alger. Dumped in by Canisius Witkowski. Surdy, or excuse me, that was Baxter, who immediately regretted making that pass and then couldn't pull it back in, although no harm, no foul here. Puck's back the other way. Laka with Lee cutting to the net. A drive and a save. Barczewski saw that one all the way. Chipped off the boards, picked off Dubinsky. He'll shoot it back in. Earn. Pressure comes from Lappinen, who gives him a bump. Pogue. Good connection here. Kuznetsov shoots into his own bench, and they'll draw a whistle. 17:49 to play, second period. Bit of a slow start here in the middle frame for both of these clubs. RPI holding on to a narrow 1 goal lead, 2-1.
Yeah, the Canisius player had a cutter getting in behind the defense there. They were isolating him 2-on-1 at the offensive blue line. But instead of the indirect, he just shot a little too high into his own team's bench.
Long shot here from Schelberg. Held onto by Barczewski. Engineers had 39 shots yesterday, and they're well on their way here tonight. Face-off pushed ahead here. Out come the Golden Griffins, although Hernandez is thwarted at the line. Klee, no. Herman, yes.
Who wants it?
Rory Herman will carry. Through a stick check. He eventually loses out. McDermott will play. Pass behind Hernandez. Klee will dump it back in. Decker. McDermott backtracking. Alton McDermott ahead to Hernandez. He is the lone goal for Canisius tonight. Spinning with it is Miyato. A shot and a save by Watson on the blocker. Massey ahead for TJ Walsh. Comes off the wall, but Engineers carry it forward. 4-on-2. Broken up nicely at the line. RPI was going to be offside. They probably should have touched the puck because they nearly gave up a rush the other way. Johnson.
Well, if it's 4-on-2, you know that there's 3 guys.
The other way. Right, I was like, it's one of those plays where you might as well touch it because who knows what's behind you. I guess you do know, as you mentioned, there's a long shot, and Langenfels just trying to throw one on goal. Didn't get the rebound he was looking for or the deflection from Lapide as Watson holds on.
A little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Seller, and that was Master Donato.
Early stages of this second period. Lifted off the boards and out to center ice by Baxter. Langenfels hands it around. Beaton's going to be the first one to it, though, for RPI. Beaton, cross point feed. Surtee had a little bit of trouble with it. Works it down low for Lee. Jacob Lee. Pinned against the corner boards. Now Beaton. Lapide trying to strip it from him. Kept in the zone. It'll go trickling in on Marcheski, and with Lee on the prowl, he'll cover up and get a whistle.
Again, RPI winning those battles along the boards, which they were doing a lot in the first period as well.
Center ice picked up here, Klee. Tipped in deep by Autoville Lepinen. Nice spin there by Alger. Hands it off here to Witkowski. Indirect to the point. Loose in the slot. Shot comes in, and it's flung wide. It's going to go out of play by Alger.
I think that puck was rolling on
Yeah,
edge on him.
It was, and he kind of reached for it too.
Yep.
So you don't get a ton of leverage on that type of shot with your body. 15-12 to go, second period, 2-1 Engineers. No goals so far here in the second.
A little less of a student crowd than we had last night.
Yeah, Saturday is when it'll be a big hockey night, you think.
I know.
It was when I was here. Of course, it wasn't.
That's what I was thinking.
There wasn't COVID and there wasn't a million other things to do, but we still made it out to the hockey rink. Here's Hallbauer with a wrist shot. That's blocked. A couple of sticks in the way. Johnson being pestered there by Master Donato, or excuse me, that's Pogue, but does get it deep to Herman. Herman, nice move to get free. He'll cycle for Shane Seller, former Dartmouth Big Green. He has one of 2 now RPI power play goals on the season, with Massey getting the other. Back to the point. Hallbauer. Adamo lines up a wrister, and it's held onto there by Barcheski.
We'd like to welcome Rensselaer students, student athletes, faculty, and staff
Good play by Polk there. His defenseman broke his stick, so he had to give up his stick to the D-man. And he was playing without one.
Look at the shot there.
I don't know if
Nice little play
Massey
up the
realized
wall.
it. You see him right in the
Yeah.
slot area. He's got no stick. You might want to move that one around.
Surdy trying to stand his man up at the blue line. Golden Griffins have it. Miller-Ragney can't quite get to this. Hernandez comes back to help out. And Miller-Ragney gives it back to Walsh. Massey. Linden takes a look. Linden into the skates of Baxter. Side of the net. Trying to throw it off of Barcheski. That was Massey. Slap back into the zone. Engineers stay on side there. That was close to leaving the offensive zone there. Surdy keeps it alive as Massey has to duck the puck. Miller-Ragney to the point. Baxter, a shot hit his own man. That was Walsh. Now Walsh will dump it in.
Canisius real soft on the puck in their own end. RPI is doing a great job putting pressure on them, creating turnovers off their forecheck.
Kjellberg tipped along by Laka. Couldn't get it deep, however. As Master Donato is going to dump it in. Watson, quick off his line. You always like to see how quick the goaltender is on their skates. Got to be a good skater to be a goalie, right?
Yes. You would like to be.
It certainly doesn't hurt, but it helps in those type of plays, helping your team retain possession.
Yes. And there are goaltenders that are very good at playing the puck, and there are goaltenders that aren't, that should stay in their net. Just because, and you know what, it's not that they don't have the ability to get there and touch the puck. It's the fact that they don't read situations very well as far as where to move it.
If and when they should, right.
Yep.
Where the safe spots are. That's deflected on a play. Who is your best goaltender at puck handling and decision making there?
Boy.
I'll give you some time to think about it if you need it.
Neil Little was pretty good.
That's not a bad answer.
He was real good. And I tell you what, you talk about a guy that was like butter around his crease.
Yeah.
Move. He was like, you'd swear he was playing on a cloud.
And the shot comes in from Lambert. Chip back out to center. Nice play there by Bowman to tap it around one man. Hands it off to Dubinsky. Dubinsky on his backhand, put it wide, knocked the stick out of Lambert's hand in the process. Alger across. Zinged ahead. I think he was looking for Graval there. Dubinsky picks it up and throws an outlet pass looking for Bowman. Tipped in deep. Autoville Lepinen on the chase. He gets tangled up there with Corey Thomas. They both go down. Earn goes backwards with it. And it's moved out to center by the Golden Griffins. Big hit there and a penalty coming on Adamo. And a shot here deflects high off the glass. RPI is going to get the touch. I thought they did. And now we got some more pushing and shoving. We have another penalty coming up here. Adamo's going to get a couple at least here. As they need to be separated here. This is something you want your team, especially when you're leading, to keep a cooler head maybe than the Engineers just showed here.
Well, they're only up by one.
Right.
I mean, Adamo's going to get a double minor, and who knows whether he's going to call that contact to the head, because it definitely was. But there's another look at it here. He's not even.
So that could be bad.
Oh. Yeah.
Adamo might have been out of the game before he even took the second penalty. But we'll see. We'll see what the calls are here.
Well, they're going to ask, but I don't know if they're going to look at it. They're having a conversation right now. And we have a little shot there and extra push here. Actually, no, I don't think that was Adamo to take the second one. However, he definitely took the first. And they're having a discussion right now just with regards to the hit. And trying to sort out the penalty. And you know what? They are going to take a look at that hit, which we figured there would anytime there's contact to the head. As a matter of fact, the former RPI player that transferred to Canisius, Daniel DeGrande, he was given an extra game misconduct or suspended one game for that hit last night, contact to the head, by the Atlantic Hockey League. And that's why he's not in the lineup tonight. So the officials are in the box looking at the replay. And I expect this to be a 5 for contact to the head. But then I was wrong last night thinking it wouldn't have been a 5, so we'll let the referee sort it out. In other action around the ECAC, Merrimack defeated Colgate today 5-3 over at Union College. After period 2, Colorado College and Union are tied at 2 apiece. And St. Lawrence is up 1-0 midway through the second period on RIT. So it is a 5-minute major for Adamo.
All right, so a little bit surprisingly, no one's kicked out here.
RPI penalty to number 22, Justin Adamo. Receives 5 minutes for contact to the head.
So now he is out.
And again, misconduct.
He got a game.
Yep.
Also, number 23, RPI, Jake Johnson.
Which I figured. I didn't think it would just be a 5-minute major. And also in the box is defenseman Jake Johnson for the extracurricular activities in the corner. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes for Canisius. And then the remainder 3 minutes on the 5-minute major. And if they score, they will continue on that power play.
So he was kicked out. Referees are kind of butchering this. 5-on-3 here for another minute 38. Shane Sellers serving the penalty. And a real big test of the Engineers' penalty kill right here. They're 1 for 1 today. There's a good shot block by Klee. Mastrodonato walks it across, and a save made there by Watson as he denied Lapine.
And unlike the 3-on-3, which we saw last weekend against Bowling Green,
As that one's
you've got
scrambled for and cleared.
you got 2 defensemen out there and 1 forward.
Moved in here by the Golden Griffins. Graval tied up with Baxter. Surdy trying to work it out. Hernandez gets roughed up by Surdy. Kept alive here by Canisius. Becker feeds it across. Graval. Shake and bake there from Kuznetsov. Decker. Hernandez trying to go top shelf, and he missed high, and that'll leave the zone. That's one of those shots. It's a risky play, and it cost Canisius there.
Yeah, it was, but that corner, that short side was open.
4 seconds in the power play here, and it's in the net. I think it's going to be after the release of the first penalty.
That was Hernandez. I don't know if he put that in behind him on the initial or whether he had support. Finished off the play out front.
It was 2 seconds into or after the Johnson penalty had expired. It's still a power play goal. Of course, because the major, obviously, to Adamo.
Canisius
2-2 game.
Randy Hernandez. He was assisted by 72 Max Kuznetsov and by 89 Simon DeBron.
You know, Watson was down and out there. Not a lot he could do. Bouncing puck, side of the net, beaten, trying to clear. So it's 5-on-4 for another 2.5 minutes, regardless of any Canisius tallies. Alger across. Milleragni into the middle, lifted over the net by Martin. Back to the point, Milleragni. Long wrister, looking for the top corner there as Watson was down in a butterfly, but he missed the cage. Milleragni. Mastrodonato. One-timer, that one might have caught the mask of Watson. This is going to be cleared and out of the zone. Snuck by Milleragni. Long dump from the other end of the ice from Hallbauer. RPI trying to get through this long penalty kill, just the 1 goal allowed on it. To the point where it's kept in by Decker. Long shot here, penalty coming up. Must be on Canisius. Interference is going to be the call, so RPI is going to have a brief power play in about a minute. So we'll play 4-on-4 here, Dan, for about a minute.
Yeah, which after penalty call, face off all the way down at the Canisius zone.
Kuznetsov in the box for interference.
He receives 2 minutes for interference.
Ambrosio
12 minutes 23 seconds. 72 Canisius, Kuznetsov for interference.
thought about a shot, gets shoved by Johnson. Miato, he gets knocked down. Dubinsky goes backwards with it. As Canisius has closed the shots on goal difference in a hurry. Shot by Dubinsky was blocked. And now a chance to break the other way, 3-on-2. Ambrosio drops it back. Good tie up there as Ambrosio goes scrambling into the RPI net, knocks it off its peg, and face off, they'll say, it comes outside the zone.
I was fortunate because Dubinsky was pressuring that forward with the puck and didn't realize that you had 2 Canisius guys on the backside and only 1 RPI defender. It was a 3-on-2.
Neutral zone draw here, still 4-on-4 for another 12 seconds. Earn from center ice will fire this one, and Watson will hold on. Those are the simple ones you don't mind. First collegiate action for Watson, the former Coquitlam Express. Western.
British Columbia Junior Hockey League.
Yeah, I thought that was a Western junior team. Walsh runs into a trio of Golden Griffins, and he'll dump it down. And was that before or after Massey came out of the box? I guess it was after, because they wave off the icing. Second power play chance of the game for RPI.
This is where your power play statistics get a little skewed because they've only got 41 seconds on it.
And now Massey leaves it behind. Dumped in by the Engineers. Shelbert, wrist shot. That was blocked. And now Shelbert. Penalty's over. Massey trying to walk it out in front. Fed across and now down low. Linden. Hallbauer. Walsh in front trying to find Linden. And race for the puck here. McDermott gets there first. Played back along here. McDermott. Stolen away by Lepinen. Dubinsky ahead, looking for Bowman. He'll chase after it. Bowman tried to work it back to the point. Kept in by Dubinsky. He gets dumped at center ice. Now Bowman kind of juggling the puck in the corner. Finally it comes free. Picked up by Surtee. Gave it right back to Graval, who lifts it in the air. Klee, good connection to the Canisius line. Bowman. Lepinen snaps a shot off a body in front. And then Dubinsky battles for it, and he latched onto the stick of Millet Ragney. He's lucky he didn't get called there.
I was looking for the referee's arm to go up.
Dumped in by the Golden Griffins. It's Hernandez on the chase. Met by Surtee. Puck goes behind the goal. Trying to feed it across for Miato. That didn't work. Hernandez again trying to tap it out in front. And once again it's forced behind the goal. Martin. Good hit there. Still a centering feed comes through.
Wow.
And then breaking was Lee, but the pass was nowhere near him.
McDermott was wide open there in front of the net.
Canisius forecheck here causing problems for the Engineers. They do break out now, maybe a chance for a 3-on-2. Beaton wants it. Shooting it was Lee, and that was blocked.
We got a 3-on-2 the other way.
Miato feeding it in front. Make it Martin. Long shot, save there. Off the stick of Thomas. They come up on 3 minutes to go in the second. 2-2 game. Only goal of the period belongs to Canisius. Slap shot coming. That hit bodies in front. And fanning on it there was Kuznetsov. Another long shot will be held onto by Watson.
Seems like Canisius has picked up some momentum here after their 5-minute power play.
Hi, I'm Andy J. and I'm here with my new best friend, Say hello. Our goal is always to create a great experience. An experience you'll share with your friends and family. That's why we've been here for 43 years. We've come to value whatever you invest.
And we have a timeout.
Your support lets
Clear the
provide
ice.
ensures that current and future generations of student athletes continue to receive the opportunity to balance the rigors of academics with collegiate athletics. Learn more about how you can help RPI hockey directly at giving.rpi.edu/Let's Go Red. This is the final minute of play in the period. Last minute of play. And it's the most minute of the game on your feet. And make some noise if the Engineers score in the final minute of the period. Fans receive a free taco at Moe's in Troy. The most minute of the game.
Engineers break to center here. Pulling up is Herman. Puck's back out to center ice now. Graval. 33 seconds to go in the period. Whack down low for Pope. Ambrosio back to Pope. Thomas I don't think Watson saw that right away. Missed the net anyway. Pogue a shot, and he rung it wide. Another long one. Misses the net with 4. That'll do it. Well, maybe do it for the period. There's the horn. Canisius with the only goal of the second period. As it's a 2-2 game after 2.
Well, this sets up for an interesting third period, to say the least. With that 5-minute major,
Right. That kind of
closed the gap on shots.
certainly did. With that, we will take a break and be back with period number 3. It's 2-2 RPI Canisius after 2.
We are back. We are headed into the third period here with RPI and Canisius tied at 2. Canisius had the only goal in the second period to knot this thing up on the power play. Sorry. We're going to have a penalty here. We've got an RPI player down. Here's another look at it. Well, it didn't catch him in the head. It looks like it caught him in the shoulder. That's Mashy. And as Perry is trying to figure out some technical difficulties with the live stats.
Yeah. Many multiple times. I'll fix it later.
And it looks to be holding his left side.
Yeah.
Looks like a shoulder issue there.
It's going to be elbowing the call.
Canisius penalty to number 91, Alton McDermott. He receives 2 minutes for interference. Time of that penalty, 20 seconds.
Got him for interference.
So McDermott's off for interference.
For interference at 20 seconds.
That's a tough loss for RPI going into the third period here. Losing Mashy. He's been playing very, very well. Has one of the goals tonight.
2-2 game. Early stages of the third period. And it's going to be Shelberg across to Surdy. Fanned on the shot. Shelberg again. A drive from the far side is going to be covered up.
That looked like one of the sticks got through to.
And Barczewski is kind of in an awkward position here. Got his shoulder caught underneath himself. Hopefully he's okay. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah, I think one of the players landed on him.
Yeah. Hopefully his hands out of his blocker. It was a long shot. Tour Linden was looking for a rebound. It was his teammate.
Yeah, it's one of his own teammates.
His earned.
Yeah. But I don't know if a stick got underneath his mask as they were going for the rebound. See if we can pick it up here. Again on this replay. A little tighter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a stick underneath there. One of the RPI players' sticks got jammed underneath his arm, I'm assuming. Hopefully he'll be okay.
It's been a bad start for the period all the way around.
2 shoulder injuries. It looks like shoulder right here. I don't think he's going to stay in.
No, well. So a goalie change here.
Your attention, please. Now playing goal for Canisius.
Right down the goalie change.
John Hawthorne.
So Hawthorne, who played yesterday a little bit.
You don't like to see that starting the third with 2 injuries. Hopefully both players will be okay.
Kjellberg. Walsh down low. Linden up top again. A pad save. And it's cleared out.
Talk about getting thrown right into the fire. You stepped off the bench and here you are defending against a power play where RPI has had a goal tonight.
Here come the Engineers. Linden. Seller. Throws it back to Kjellberg. Walsh a shot. That one caught the mask, I think, of Hawthorne on the save.
That might have been off the pipe.
And a long shot here is gloved by Hawthorne on the try by Kjellberg.
Coach Trevor Large for Canisius elects not to use his timeout to take some warm-up shots on the goaltender. Tough situation to be thrown into. Coming off the bench after 2 periods.
Sent down here, stopped up by Watson. And now a penalty coming up. As that one's shot wide. It's going to be a trip or a hook.
Big face-off right now for RPI in the offensive zone. They'll be up 5-on-3 for 12 seconds. There's another look at it. Yep. Give him the old can opener underneath the arm and spins him around.
He receives 2 minutes for time of that penalty, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. 89.
Shot, save, rebound push wide. And now a shorthanded break the other way. Lapida shot and a save by Watson. He thought about handing it aside as the coast had cleared.
Not a bad play. I know that McDermott was looking for a pass there, but he's a right shot on the left side. So you want to take the shot there, maybe for a rebound so he has it on his forehand. Otherwise, you're not giving a very good pass in his wheelhouse. You'd have to take it on his backhand.
And it'll be moved up ice and dumped in by Tour Linden momentarily. Shot back to center. I'll give a shout out to Blake watching up in New Hampshire. Welcome, Blake. Watching his old buddy Shane Seller play for the RPI Engineers. Kjellberg. Long shot here. It's blocked. Walsh. Kjellberg, another one is blocked by the defense. Mashey now. Great to see him back up as that one skims wide of the goal. And it'll be cleared all the way down. So 53 seconds on the power play. Fed along here. Dubinsky. Back to Baxter. Down low they go. Hallbauer. Baxter again. Dubinsky. Looking for a backdoor tap in. There was nobody over there as Bowman moved to the middle of the slot. Bowman, little handoff for Lepinen. Fed across, Hallbauer in his skates, trying to center again. And Dubinsky back up top. Oh, fanning on it there, and a chance for a break. Although Hallbauer gets back in a hurry. Mastrodonato off the pipe.
Wow, Lepinen was wide open on the back door. Dubinsky just couldn't get the puck to him. Missed opportunity there for RPI in the power play.
Moved over. Here's a long shot that Watson didn't hold, but he did keep it out. Lee. Beaton trying to drive the net. John Beaton. It's broken up nicely by Hamlin. Now we got a penalty coming up. A lot of penalties tonight.
I think he's going to get a holding.
Yeah, it's a hold. Who'd they get?
I think it's going to be.
Yeah. Surtees hanging her up by the box. I think it's him.
Yeah.
Timeout, Canisius.
And now a timeout by the Golden Griffins with 14:53 to play in the third period.
Laurie Surtees. He receives 2 minutes for holding.
I think he's given his guys that were out on the penalty kill on special teams a little bit of a breather here because he also uses them for the power play, and
Right.
this is an important time of the game. There's another look at it there, right at the half wall. Kind of had him wrapped up with the stick and the free arm. So RPI goes from a 12-second 5-on-3 power play to looking to kill this one off.
So we have 14:53 to play in this one, and still to be decided here, of course. Klee plays it behind. And it'll be moved out to center ice and all the way down. Hawthorne is in there for the injured Barcheski, and Canisius only dressed 2 goalies tonight. But he's the last line for the Golden Griffins.
Gives a whole new meaning to last line of defense.
Mastrodonato, a shot loose in front. Save made by Baxter as he denies Martin there.
Lepede's a little PO'd at that one because he got that shot right in the back area from the point. When you're shooting from the point, you look to try to keep it low for rebounds and redirections, but that one got away on the defenseman.
And that'll leave the zone all the way down. Race for the puck. Lepinen's going to get there shorthanded. He had a shorty yesterday, but not the angle to try and shoot here. He'll just waste some time. Canisius will regather here. Martin. Starting the breakout down the middle. Broken up, now a chance for a shorthanded opportunity. It's 2-on-0. Lepinen across. Dubinsky couldn't settle the puck. Now Johnson a shot. That catches Lepinen up high. And it's pushed over to the corner.
The late penalty call on Canisius here.
It's going to be a hitting from behind, it looks like. That's the signal.
You know, I like Lepinen's idea of not being selfish, but
yeah,
you make that pass.
Yeah.
It doesn't land flat. And you make that pass, it doesn't land flat, and next thing you know, you have a 2-on-0 that you don't get a shot on goal. But I know what they were thinking. It was going to be pass over to Dubinsky and then a return pass to Lepinen for the open tally, but didn't work out that way.
83 of Canisius, Elder for hitting from behind at 6:25.
Lifted ahead, picked up here by Baxter. Played towards the point. We're 4-on-4 for 29 more seconds, and oh, what a save there by Watson. As Watson looks like he broke his stick, as he's been handed a stick by Baxter.
He just lost it.
Oh, he lost it? Okay, he just doesn't want to go get it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. So one of the defensemen gave him the stick.
Baxter gave him his stick. So
yeah,
he's playing with a skater stick.
Yes.
Which isn't ideal.
Better than nothing.
Power play time now for RPI. Now Walsh drops it backwards.
So Seller just gave the stick.
Now Baxter's stick's just out there, yeah.
Yeah.
Earn. 50 seconds on the RPI power play. Sent back to the blue line for Kjellberg. Shot comes in from Walsh, rebound loose, and still not covered as it goes behind the goal. Pogue. Tor Linden trying to tie him up, but it's cleared down the ice by Ambrosio. Kjellberg. Seller. Well, that hopped up on Lapide. Seller carries in. Fed across. Walsh, a shot that's blocked. Clearance. Not out. Second try gets the job done.
They tried to move that to Walsh, who was in the slot, but geez, they should be shooting that puck. Look for rebounds. They're passing up real good scoring opportunities.
Fed in by Lambert. Laka. Backwards here to Baxter, now Hallbauer. And near turnover, was turned over. Graval across. Shot comes in. Save made on Alger. The Alger's getting sloppy here in their own zone. And now ahead with it is Laka. Bratislava, Slovakia. Off for Herman. Herman across. Trying to make one more pass again. That time it was Hallbauer. Coach wants him to shoot right now. Laka spins it down low. Beaten. Can't quite get there. Miller-Ragni can. Now Klee. Laka. Stumbles on his way in, and fans don't like it, but there's nothing going on there. Chopped into the zone by Miato. Mason Klee picks it up. Shot right back in wide of Watson. It'll be gathered up by Johnson. Halfway through the period or thereabouts. That loose stick is still causing problems. We haven't had a whistle in a while. Miato has it poked away by Johnson. Lepinen takes a look. Finds Dubinsky. He'll skate it ahead. Bowman. Cross ice feed off the wall is Johnson. Hernandez takes a hit. Lapping on his backhand and a blocker save made. His backhands are tricky. Goalie doesn't necessarily know where that puck's headed.
No, it's tough to catch it coming off the stick when you use your backhand.
Nearly snuck it in, Lappinen. Now Bowman will stop and go. Fans enjoyed that as Bowman dumps it in.
Little shake and bake there.
Now as Linden was tied up behind the play as it's carried on by Martin. His shot was deflected and poked into the corner. Langenfels. Lapide has it hop off his stick out to center ice. Massey's there with Linden. Tour Linden lifting it along for Walsh. Walsh stops in the corner. Linden flips a shot over the top. Lapide to center ice, but it's cut off by Tour Linden. Baxter into the skates of Massey. Flipped in on goal from the blue line, and it'll draw a whistle finally. We can get rid of that loose stick. That Sticks day is done on this ice. It was having a time over in the corner, but well, maybe they're not going to take it off the ice. They found it.
Yeah. You mentioned Jacob Laka from Slovakia. I had a defenseman from Slovakia, Alexander Valentin.
Valentin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Valentin. I remember him.
Yeah.
He's just barely my era of when I used to be a fan, I guess, of RPI hockey. Now I just work here.
Well, you've been multitasking very, very well tonight.
That's debatable, but when we used to sit right here in section 16, and right up against the railing there. That was our spot.
Okay.
You were here for part of my fandom.
Yeah.
Early on, in fact, while we're in this stoppage between the cleaning the ice here, I'll tell you the first two RPI games I ever went to were when you guys swept St. Cloud State when they were number 2 in the country.
Yes, I remember that.
Early in the season, 2003.
Yes. Yep.
I was sitting, well, at that point I didn't know what I was doing, so I was just kind of sitting anywhere. I got single tickets, went by myself. I was a freshman in college, and I said, I'm going to check out this RPA hockey team and see how I can handle a Minnesota team that I'm used to. I'm from Minnesota, obviously the big WCHA guy, and you guys, you beat St. Cloud State twice in a row, 2 nights in a row. They're top team in the country, and I was hooked then. You got me. But it probably wouldn't have taken too much. As we're back to action here, a 2-2 game. Towards the line, it's shot back in. Johnson takes a look. There's a Bloomington kid, Minnesota kid, Jake Johnson. There's only one of them on the team right now, which I am a little bit disappointed about. As Beaton will flip it along. Jacob Lee. John Beaton. Mentioned it yesterday. He's from your neck of the woods, Stittsville.
Yeah, that's right.
Good break up there. Good stick by Hallbauer. Ahead of the play, it's Laka. Laka thought about a shot, takes one, and he was looking for that top left corner. And getting a shoulder on it was Hawthorne to steer it over and out of play.
Yeah, they're going short side on him high. What you want to do when you have butterfly goaltenders, you want to shoot high on them because they're going to go down in the butterfly, and whether or not they're covering that part of the net will determine what kind of timing they have going into their butterfly.
Seller behind the goal. Moved out here by Graval. Dumps it in. Alger around behind now. Linden. New York Rangers draft choice. Simon Kjellberg had a goal last night, his 6th career goal. It's fed wide by Witkowski. And now Herman. Given away in the offensive zone, although it's given right back. Linden just helps it out to center ice. 7:18 to go.
That was an interesting play by Witkowski.
Off the stick of Lappinen to go spinning into Golden Griffins territory.
I think he wanted to indirect that off the wall back to the D-man, but he's a little lacking in geometry.
Lappinen. Wrapped around. And now Dubinsky had to hop off his stick trying to drive the net. He'll pick it up again. Out of Highland Park, Illinois, Zach Dubinsky. Baxter, wrister. That one caught McDermott. 30 has it poked away by Miani. And now, or Miato, excuse me, now it's cycled by the Engineers. Autovile Lappinen throws it off the stick. The goalie stick there from behind the net. And now Lappinen, one-time try. That was the defenseman Baxter jumping into the play, looking for his first RPI tally, and he wasn't far away from getting one there.
Good pressure by RPI on the forecheck. They like to bring that forward up high between the two defensemen. And then once the defenseman moves to the middle, that forward moves back down. And you tend to lose your man-on-man coverage when that happens, which might open up an opportunity to put the puck in the net.
Stuart Linden takes a shot in the back there. Replay on. Lapide. Wrister fanned on. Spun Johnson around. Now Jake Johnson with it. Mashey gets a touch but can't clear the zone. Shot comes in from the point. That was Decker. Now Walsh lost it in his skates. He gets dumped, but Hallbauer carries on. Tried to drop it back for Mashey. He wasn't ready for it. And now Master Donato steps through a hip check. Little shoulder fake, Master Donato, and a nice stop by Watson there. It wasn't a great angle shot, but Watson had to be ready for it.
Well, he didn't really have much time. What he wanted was somebody coming off the bench, but since he didn't find any support coming from the bench, he decided to take the shot himself, which was a good thought.
The late arriving crowd, am I right, Dan? I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of people when this game started. Where did all these people come from? The shot comes trickling in. There's a man sitting on top of Watson. Witkowski. I don't think that would have counted if it went in, because Witkowski was in the crease and almost really on top of Watson.
Yeah, I think he lost his footing there. A little bit of a shove by Kjellberg.
Take a look at that play again. Yeah, you're right. It could have been Kjellberg's fault. The officials could have just said it was that, right?
Yeah, based on where the puck was, he lost sight of it, even though it was still free.
Dumped in by the Golden Griffins. Lifted out by Laka. Thomas across. Kjellberg to Beaton. Laka. Beaton.
Wow, Laka got away with that when he brought his stick up. On Alger there.
Graval over skates. Lappinen carries in. Autovile Lappinen. Who's he going to find here? It's 30. Fellow Finn. 30 into the middle. That one caught the pad of Hawthorne, I think. And now Kuznetsov. Wrapped up at center ice and picked up here by the Engineers. Baxter. Bowman. Long shot. Easy save for Hawthorne. Baxter walking his way in. Backhander flip way wide. And now a race for the puck. Ambrosio. 30 defends him well. Although now it's Pogue. Fanning on the slap shot there was Hamlin. RPI wants to skate. Bowman has Lappinen with him. Nick Bowman look to shoot, and it's blocked. Lappinen feeding it in front. Penalty coming up. With 3:36 left, the Engineers are going on the power play.
Yeah, I think he got a hold of Lappinen's stick there, which prevented him from
Leppinen said, how did my stick get there?
Yeah. In broken English, you know it. Take another look at it here. Here he is.
Are they getting both of them?
I don't know.
What's Leppinen having a discussion about? No, I guess not.
No.
I was going to say, Leppinen was doing a lot of talking for something that wasn't really, I guess it involved him, but. So a big power play chance here. Obviously the game hanging in the balance for RPI. See if they can get one.
Canisius penalty to number 58, Derek Hamlin. It saves 2 minutes for time of that penalty, 16 minutes, 24 seconds. 58 of Canisius Hamlin on a hook at 16:24. Another E. Stewart Jones, Hacker Murphy, power play for RPI.
Power play time for the Engineers. They shoot it in. And it's dumped right out. Jack Watson, I have to think a relatively successful, no matter how this thing ends, start to his collegiate career. He played pretty well today. As Massey carries it in, help back to the corner. Giving his team a chance. That's all you can ask from your goalie.
That's all you can ask, no question.
Shelberg. Walsh, oh, that hopped off his stick. He'll chop it in deep, looking for safety. Kept in nicely by Shelberg. Here's Massey. Back to Simon. Wrist shot coming. Save made by Hawthorne, and he pounces on the rebound, and Earn defending his net front there. Just put somebody in put Seller in a little headlock there.
2 points for the takedown.
Shane was looking for a rebound, and he has something to say to the official.
Well, I think the official's probably saying, "Hey, listen, you're going to the net after the goaltender throws the puck, so you got to expect something like that." Here's another look at it here. Goaltender's got it.
Well, he didn't do too much, I don't think, to warrant that.
No.
Anyway, everyone's all right. Minute to go in the power play. Leppinen. Bowman. Leppinen. Bowman. Leppinen. Hallbauer. Through the legs of Baxter. There's a hit on Bowman by Lambert, and now we get a whistle here. What's going on?
Hand pass.
Okay, hand pass. Tom Steinell says hand pass.
Canisius wanted to change there, but took a little too long, so the referee sends him back to the bench. Important draw here for Dubinsky.
This will be cleared down the ice. Hallbauer picks it up. Now Bowman. Rink wide for Dubinsky. 18 to go on the power play. Hallbauer. Baxter into the skates of Leppinen. He gets tied up there. Back to the blue line. Hallbauer looking for a lane. 4 to go on the power play. That skips through the legs of Baxter and out to center.
RPI's passing just a little off.
And now picked up here by Dubinsky. Go across. Master Donato. A couple players down in the corner. There's a giveaway by the Engineers in their own zone. Work to the half wall as Master Donato gets it deep before taking a hit. Here's Decker. Long shot way wide. Pinching in is Meller-Ragni. Hallbauer finds it, tries to scoop it out of the zone, and he just iced it.
I was going to say they've been out there on the defense for a little bit of time here. with the puck possession of Canisius.
46.8 on the clock, and a defensive zone draw coming up for these Engineers.
I'm thinking Coach Smith is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, he's doing it right now.
Timeout, RPI.
Miles will use it with 47 seconds left, and
Wow.
some very tired players out on the ice.
Engineers are 47.2 seconds away from playing in overtime for the third time in 4 games. RPI tied their opener with Bowling Green 2-2 and lost to the Falcons 3-2 in overtime last Saturday. Took care of business in regulation, which is becoming a rarity. Yesterday 6-2, and we're 2-2 again. A lot of twos. I like when they mix in one of those 6s. 2 is fine, but 6 is better.
Should we try to explain the RPI, how it works in the RPI? Leave that for another night.
we got plenty of games left, Coach.
Yeah.
We'll save it. So big draw here. A minute to go, and Canisius wins it cleanly. Hernandez down low to the side of the net, and it'll be covered up by the big mitt of Watson.
Canisius has a set play off that face-off as well.
Now will be lifted ahead by Walsh. Another icing. We are grinding through the last few moments of this game. Good stick lift there by Linden on Lapide, but he gets it back. 22 to go for OT. Klee. Walsh. One more rush here. Massey. No rush, he'll dump it in. Help behind. Lapide with 4. And we are headed to overtime again. A lot of free hockey here in Troy this year. And these kids and the faculty staff don't have to pay anyway, so it's extra free.
Bonus.
Bonus and free.
We are in bonus hockey.
We'll have overtime coming up in just a minute. RPI and Canisius tied 2-2 after 3.
We have 2-minute intermission and then a 5-minute sudden death overtime period.
To overtime as well.
Why not? 3-on-3 overtime now. Johnson across the line. Walking his way in, trying to drop it back. Still Johnson. Couldn't find Walsh. And now a chance to break 2-on-1 here in OT. And couldn't find the handle, Lapide. We'll see what Walsh decides to do with it here.
Good job by Tur Linden coming back there. He got beat on the wall, and then Canisius trying to take advantage of that 2-on-1. Came back real hard to get that puck.
So RPI will start the breakout here with Dubinsky and Bowman, the new forwards. Bowman, slot, shot, ramped up a stick. That was Melaragny went out of play. face off in the Canisius end, about a minute into OT. And now a race for it here. Baxter's got to get on his horse, and he makes a diving poke check there to slow the rush of Graval. Bowman carrying in. Shot was blocked. Fed around here to Baxter. Bowman spins it back to Lepinen. Wasn't quite expecting it. Slipped across to Baxter now. Massey just onto the ice. He'll pick it up on the cycle. 3:20 to go in OT.
You got your 2 goal scorers out there, Lappinen and Massey.
Lappinen waits for help as Kjellberg joins the play now. Maybe a little give and go. In front, a save made by Hawthorne on Otto Ville Lappinen. Remember when the building saw that play develop?
And Lappinen gets it back.
Otto Ville has that one hop off his stick out of the zone. He'll probably take a change here. Now Kjellberg in deep. Kjellberg trying to walk his way in, lost the handle. Now he does on his backhand save. Rebound loose there, and Lee couldn't quite find it. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. Beaton, the forward, the lone man back. In front of save Watson. Rebound, another stop by Watson. Carried on by Beaton with speed. John Beaton trying to end things, but he was pushed away by Martin nicely.
Watson looked real solid on those 2 saves.
And now Martin slips by his man, but it's Hallbauer to collect on the other side. Now Linden into the zone. Here's TJ Walsh off for Hallbauer. Sent back across. Linden. Walsh. TJ Walsh, a quick snapshot. Rebound followed up. It's picked up by Linden. Minute and a half to go in OT. Well, if nothing else, no one will have more experience in overtime than these Engineers by the end of the year if they keep this up.
They've almost had the puck for the last 4 minutes of this overtime.
As now Canisius carries back the other way. Lapide shielding away from Dubinsky. Decker. Shoulder fake. 1 minute to go in OT. Lapide into the slot. Through the legs pass from Mastrodonato. Picked up by Decker again. Mastrodonato makes a move. Mastrodonato walking in. He scores and Canisius wins it.
Wow, what a move there. Got caught playing the puck instead of playing the man on that one-on-one, and you don't want to do that against the Master Donato with his skill level. Tough loss for RPI here in overtime.
So Master Donato picks up his 4th goal of the year.
Strange how things work. They've had the most of the play here in the overtime.
And that's the second time they've been beaten on an individual play. Remember, Bowling Green, same type of situation. Just a real nice individual effort to win the game. That's what it takes in OT, I think it looks like. I mean,
well, especially when you're playing 3-on-3, because you're
right.
basically playing a man-on-man type defense.
So it's a man-on-man type move.
Definitely.
So Canisius takes this one 3-2. A little bit of deja vu from last Saturday, unfortunately for RPI fans. As that's the final. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, Coach?
No, I mean, you know, I thought RPI played a very solid game.
Yep.
And it looked like Canisius upped their game from last night, obviously. And, you know, there's some learning here, just early in the season, gelling as a team, everybody being on the same page. But I thought that RPI had the better of the play tonight, just didn't have the outcome that showed that.
So that'll do it for us here up top at the Houston Fieldhouse. For Dan Fridgen, I'm Per Lascaris. And all of our RPI TV crew here. Once again, your final score in overtime was Canisius 3 and RPI 2. This has been RPI Hockey on RPI TV and ESPN.